One of the questions I get asked all the time is, how am I so happy all the time? How come I'm always joyful, always have something positive to say? And one of the things that I can tell you is that's just probably my natural personality. But there are also some things that you can do to find true happiness within yourself. So today's video, we're going to share those 5 things, and I'm going to also kind of fill you in on some new things coming up.
Give me all that. So give me all that. And don't be rude to me. Give me what I need. Don't be rude to me.
So 5 ways to find true happiness within you. The first one is gratitude. You guys know I'm really big on gratitude and sharing how much it has just changed my life over the last few years. One of the biggest things you can do for yourself and for your life and for those you love around you is to be grateful and to express that gratitude. You guys know I like to have a gratitude journal where I share little tidbits of things that I'm grateful for. I shared that on my last before the pen and after the pen, and kind of let you get a sneak peek. I did not do that this week because I honestly didn't really use my planners except for the gratitude journal. So I will show you guys that this weekend when I show you a new before the pen and after the pen. So gratitude changes everything. When we start to really appreciate the little things that are going right, we let go of those things that we think are not going so well, the things that are going wrong, the things that aren't actually helping you live your best life. And when we let go of those things, we welcome in and usher in more positive things to be grateful for. It's a proven fact. The more positive you are and the more grateful you are for the itty bitty things, the more you will have to be grateful for. And I know it sounds corny, but it works. It's true. Excuse me. Of course, I have my 5 written down, so. The second one is to live every day as if it's your last. That is one of the biggest tips I can give you. Sorry, I had to finish coughing. If you had to, if you knew and had a little clue that today was your very last day on this earth, I can almost guarantee that you're not going to spend it dwelling on what didn't work in your life that you wanted. You wouldn't spend it with people that bring out the worst in you. You wouldn't spend it gossiping with whoever. You wouldn't spend it doing things you didn't like, but you would spend it doing those things that you do enjoy, spending it with the people that you enjoy being with, and you also will make the most of your time. You're not just going to sit around and do nothing. So living each day as if it's your last is one of the best treasures that you can offer not only you, but the people around you. Tip number 3. Do something every day that brings you joy. Do something every day that makes you happy. Do something every day that puts a smile on your face. Every Monday, I always do bedding. We have clean sheets on the bed. Some weeks I do Mondays and Thursdays, especially as the temperatures rise and we're outside a lot more. I just really love clean sheets. I love the feel, I love the smell, and if I had 7 sets of sheets, I would likely change them every single day, but I don't. So I do wash the ones I have, and they're ready to go, and I love it. But today is Wednesday. And so today, the one thing that brings me happiness and joy is writing. I wrote a blog post. I will link that down below. I'm in my neighborhood. So I had to take it past. I will link that blog post down below. But sitting down writing and just expressing the things I'm thinking really brings me peace. It brings me joy. I love writing. It's one of my biggest passions. Maybe painting your nails brings you joy. Maybe cooking a special meal for your family. Maybe you really like to cook. I don't know. Everyone has different things. And I have so many things that I enjoy that just doing one or two of them every day is like a treat almost. So I purposely try to do one thing every single day that brings me complete joy and makes me super, super happy. Love it. Tip number 4. Stop comparing. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing your life to other people's lives. Stop comparing your circumstances to everyone else's around you. Stop comparing the grass in your yard to someone else's. Stop. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of energy, and you're robbing yourself of having things to be grateful for. You're robbing yourself of finding something to be really joyful for that day, of treating yourself to something like clean sheets or, gosh, I don't know, a movie with your husband. When you sit there and you compare your life with someone else's, you're stealing joy from your own. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be satisfied or content. Even if you think your life is better than them, there's still that negative undertone, and that doesn't bring joy. I know for me it doesn't. Maybe it does for some people. I have no idea. But stop comparing. And not only stop comparing your life to someone else's life, stop comparing your present to your past, or your present to what you're worried about your future being. Because if you can't live right now in the now, then it's really hard to find that happy spot, that little sweet spot of just dancing in the rain. It is sprinkling outside. I'm fixing to, the one reason I'm filming in the car before I go in is because the dog will be all over me, and then she's gonna want to go outside and it's raining, and yeah, but I'm gonna enjoy that time with her. I love that time with her, so it's quite fun actually. But go dance in the rain. Have a dance party in your car. Sing at the top of your lungs. Do things today that you wish you could have done yesterday. And I don't mean tasks or chores or anything like that. I mean do things that bring you complete joy. And stop comparing. Number 5, and this is the last tip for today, is to limit negative energy. This is a big one. This is a really big one, because this can go so far. This can go so far to the point of people you work with, because people are living energy, just like pets and plants and any living organism. It's going to have some kind of energy with it. And if you are having a really great high energy morning, you're so excited about life and just really feeling it, grooving on the way to work, and just you coast in and you walk into the office and 10 minutes in you're yawning, or you just feel like your energy is gone, someone in that immediate circle is zapping your energy, and or their energy is higher than yours, but not higher as in positive. They're exuberating more negative energy, and it takes a lot more energy to be negative than it does positive. Let me tell you, it really, really does. And what a waste of time. What a waste of time. So you need to limit some of the negative energy. I'm not saying go quit your job, but I am saying that the more positive you are, it will rub off on those around you. Or you have to learn to be strong enough in that happy spot where you can actually outdo the negative, grumpies, whatever. Maybe you need to limit negative energy online through social media. There is a lot out there. There's a lot out there, and a lot of it is just a waste of space. A waste of space and a waste of energy, and it's not worth the time. It's definitely not worth your joy and your happiness. And when you can let go of that and not have that sitting back there like this, it is the most joyful place to be. And it's quite nice and quite beautiful. I always talk about surrounding yourself with your tribe. Whether you know this tribe personally or not, but having positive people in my life, in my circle, in my inner circle, in some of the spots that I don't really even put out on social media, is a great asset. Start building up those positive people around you. Build them up, but also kind of figure out who they are and spend more time with them. Because the more time you spend with positive energy, the more you're going to want it and crave it, and you're not going to want to be around negative energy quite a bit. Maybe you need to take a social media siesta. Start unfriending, start unfollowing social media, whatever it might be, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, blogs you read, chat forums you might go to, whatever they might be. If you are sitting there and you're around a bunch of negative people, you're going to absorb that energy. So if you are sitting on social media and you are surrounding yourself with people who are complaining, people who are tearing other people down, gossiping, you're wasting your time. You're wasting the positive energy you're trying to get, and it's being sucked out of you like a vampire. And sadly, it just gives the negative a little bit more strength than they need. It doesn't take much. You could have one negative person and 3 positive people in a room, and that negative person will zap everything out of every positive person around them. Or at least it'll dim the light a little bit for a moment. Finding your own true happiness comes from inside you. It comes from inside you. And it has to come from you. It doesn't come from money. It doesn't come from buying things. It doesn't come from a new house. It doesn't come from a new car. It doesn't come from your paycheck. Honestly, it doesn't even come from worldly success. Happiness comes from inside you. And if you have true happiness inside you, it doesn't matter where you are, who you're with, you're still going to have happiness. It doesn't mean your life's perfect. It doesn't mean that hardships aren't coming. But when they do, you can handle them. And you can be a little stronger. And you can get through it without feeling like you're falling apart. So, I hope that you guys are enjoying your 2019. I'm stumbling over my words. I need some water. That your 2019 has gotten off to a great start. We are at the middle of January, and it's a great place to be. It's a great place to stop and evaluate where you are. Maybe where you're not quite where you wanted to be, and kind of gear yourself going in the right direction. I do have a blog post that correlates kind of with this video. I will leave a link down below if you'd like to read it. I have not been blogging as much as I wanted to, and I've said that for a year, I think. But now's the time. Now's the time. And I'm going to make that a priority as well as YouTube. I really enjoy doing videos for you guys. It's just squeezing the time out of the day, you know, between getting up 4:30 in the morning. I get up at 4:30 in the morning, get my husband out the door with breakfast and lunch. His clothes are laid out for him. He's kissed at the door. All that good sappy stuff. Then it's time to get in the shower, get myself ready. Then it's time to get up the twins, and it's time to cook their breakfast and feed them and take them to school. And then by the time I get back, I have an hour before I have to leave for work. And usually that's finishing getting dressed, because I don't always get fully dressed before I take them to school. At least right now. It's still dark in the mornings when I take them. Clean up from breakfast, do some house blessings in the house. Sometimes film a video, sometimes post something on Instagram. And then I'm off to work for the day. Then it's back at it again. But I find joy in all of it. I find joy in all of it. I love every aspect of my life right this very minute. And I'm in a great spot, and I love it. You guys know I've told you since 2017. It was August of 2017 when I got a new job and things just began to turn around. The perspective changed, and I found peace, and I found joy, and I found happiness in the life I'm living. And I'm learning to love it every single day. I'm learning to do things every single day that brings me joy. What is that? It's like a half burp, half yawn, whatever. But this video is longer than I actually thought it was going to be, so I'm going to let you go, and I thank you for watching. If you are new to my channel and you have not hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that. Hit that notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. And at the end, I'll post a few videos that you might have missed that you might want to check out. Don't forget to share this with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.
You out, check your style. Did your friends just come and hang out? To the bar and to the back. I just wanna touch you, boy, like a shot from the dark.